Hey fellas, thanks for stopping in for another adventure in Escape to Tarkov. So sit back, relax, and prepare for some Tarkov stress. I'm here on Shoreline for the quest Spa Tour Part 2. There is no other option than success. Positive vibes. This quest is after Spa Tour Part 1, where you have to kill 7 scavs by headshot with a 12-gauge shotgun, and is followed by Spa Tour Part 3, wherein you have to hand in a bunch of found and raid items. So there are 3 objectives for this task. 1. Mark the helicopter. 2. Mark the safe road. And 3. Extract successfully. For this quest, you need your kit of choice, 2 MS-2000 markers, and in reality, a good pair of legs. The MS-2000 markers can be bought from proper level 1 if you need them, and can be stored in special slots so you don't lose them if you end up getting clapped by a chat. Here, I ended up spawning on the southeast side of the map, just adjacent to the Scav Guard Tower and Railway Bridge Extract. If you spawn here, just be careful. There are up to 9 or 10 different PMC spawn sites on the side, all within close proximity to each other. If you're the kind to rip out of the spawn, be prepared for a fight. Shoreline is notorious for at least duos and possibly trios. Most of the time they're looking to get up in the resort to loot it out, so you probably don't have to worry about that too much if you want to just wait it out. The intended area of the quest is actually up on the south side of the resort. The resort is on the north side, just in the center of the map. The helicopter is in the open on the south side of the resort, and the road to be marked is due east, just outside of the fenced area of the resort. So if you do wait it out a few minutes down by your spawn, you are probably not alone in that mentality. I have in many times waited out the fighting by farming some scavs or looting in other locations while the heavy hitters clear out before I go in. This kit I brought seems to be somewhat standard for me. I have a level 4 helmet, an LSHZ, a sword and headset, which I bummed off the PMC I killed in an earlier raid, a black Cora, which I bartered for a Raven I purchased off the fleet, preferably sub 30,000 rubles, and an AK-74 UN, which I also bummed off of PMC. I know it's not one I build, because I generally wouldn't use one with such a loud attachment. Red is not my go-to when I'm trying to get quests done. And also a bank robber rig. For 10,000 from Ragman, to me, it's a steal. Something I can ditch for another found off a scav or PMC. Even if it's not insured, it's not going to be a huge loss. For a backpack, I have the T20. It may be from a quest reward, I'm not sure. In my secure container, I have the meds. A Saliwa for healing and life bleeds, a K-Lock D for heavy bleeds, and a CMS surgical kit for anything that might get blacked out. All of my gear, total weight, 24.5 kilos, in the green. I can crab around if needed, pretty silently, and stamina is still leveling when I run. All my gear is insured. I've found that most of the time it's hard to carry too much myself, so the reality that someone is going to be able to carry all my gear, plus their gear, plus any items or loot they need for their own quest or hideout upgrades is pretty slim. It's different later in the wipe when PvP strength is upgraded. I'm using 5.5x45, but for the most part, I usually have one magazine in the gun with higher class ammo, a second magazine of mid-tier ammo, and a third magazine of bottom-tier ammo, comparatively. I try not to use anything below PS ammo in this caliber. The first magazine has BT ammo, has damage of 42, and a penetration above 40. It gets through class 3 armor pretty easily. The second magazine has BP, penetration is about 35, with the damage just above 40. Which goes well against class 3 armor. My third magazine has PS. Penetration is right at, if not below 30, but has a higher damage than BT and BT, above 45. I probably need to get better at crafting ammunition in the workbench. At level 2 workbench, which I haven't gotten to yet, I could turn 180 rounds of PS into PP with nippers and blue gunpowder. Most of my ammunition is found in woods or custom. If you think like this, and are overwhelmed, you're not alone. Tarkov has many attributes that you can work on all at once. It can be really overwhelming. Doing quests, crafting items, upgrading your PMC. Little wins are key to Tarkov. Just like anything, get to know a few aspects at a time, and eventually they'll coalesce. Tarkov is a game of patience. I tend not to stack my ammo just out of laziness. With the new recoil system, I'm finding I'm killing in less shots anyway, just with how easy it is to keep shots on target. But keep in mind, if it's easy for you to hit your shots, it's going to be easier for everyone else. From my spawn, I had to go northwest to get to the resort. To my left is going to would be the substation. If I ever get lost on any map, I generally use power lines. If you run into power lines, at least on shoreline, you can either make a left, make a right. On this map, you're either going to hit a river or the edge of the map. It's a long way to run to get lost, but at least you know where you are. The best way to get to know these maps is just by running around them. You could do an offline raids, but I find it better to just do it in raid with my PMC. Scavs are a good option too. If you use scavs, you can run around pretty carefree since you're going to spawn in probably the last 15 minutes. Time to keep your ears open. From here you can hear what's going on in the resort, so you know if it's going to be safe to run in and what to do, what's going to be your next step. So here I am. This is where you have to mark. This is the first location. This is going to be the road. Remember I said just to the east of the helicopter. So you're going to see to where it says place, hit your place button, and it's going to take 30 seconds. You can wait if you want 30 seconds, but I didn't hear any movement. I didn't hear anybody around. So I took a chance. I'm running to the helicopter, and I'm going to mark that thing too. You gotta wait 30 seconds to end. Once this happens, you'll get a quest complete marking. The last step is just to escape. Now you can take a chance, you can go loot, you can go have some fights, but if you die, you gotta come back in. You don't have to remark them, but you're gonna have to come back in and extract successfully. If you like this video, like, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified when I go live or upload a new video.
Да ты чё там пиздишь?
Alright, I'm getting out. So I'm going to go via the lighthouse extract. That's going to be on the northwest side of the map. If you go this extract, you might have a different one. Make sure you check your extracts at the beginning. Don't ever forget that. First thing you do.